In Greek mythology, few gods are as clever and cunning as Hermes, the messenger of the gods, god of travelers, thieves, and tricksters. And his talent for mischief became apparent on the very day he was born. In this tale, we see how baby Hermes tricked Apollo, stole his cattle, and used his wits to charm his way out of trouble, even earning Apollo's forgiveness and friendship. On the day Hermes was born, he wasted no time in causing trouble. Even as an infant, he was filled with a desire for adventure and trickery. While most newborns would still be resting in their cradles, Hermes was already plotting his first great escapade. As night fell, Hermes set his sights on a herd of cattle belonging to his half-brother Apollo, the god of music and prophecy. Now, stealing from a god is no small feat, especially when that god is as powerful as Apollo. But Hermes, even as a newborn, was no ordinary child. He devised a plan to steal the cattle without getting caught. Hermes led the cattle away from their pasture, using all sorts of clever tricks to hide their tracks. He walked them backward, tied branches to their tails to sweep away footprints, and even wore sandals to disguise his own steps. His actions were so cunning that even Apollo's sharp eyes couldn't detect what had happened. After successfully stealing the cattle, Hermes hid them away in a cave, confident that no one would ever suspect him. He then returned to his cradle, feigning innocence, as if nothing had ever happened. But, as clever as Hermes was, Apollo would soon realize that his beloved cattle were missing. Meanwhile, Apollo soon discovered that his cattle were missing. He searched high and low for them, but the tracks were too well hidden. Frustrated and determined to find the thief, Apollo used his powers of prophecy to track down the culprit. And to his surprise, the trail led him back to none other than baby Hermes. When Apollo confronted Hermes, the newborn god put on an innocent face, pretending to know nothing about the stolen cattle. He denied everything, claiming that he was just a baby, far too young to commit such a crime. But Apollo was not so easily fooled. Hermes, ever the trickster, couldn't resist toying with Apollo a little longer. He flashed a mischievous grin, but Apollo wasn't amused. The god of music demanded that Hermes return the cattle at once. Realizing that his tricks wouldn't work this time, Hermes decided to take a different approach. Thinking quickly, Hermes revealed his latest invention, a lyre made from a tortoise shell and strings. As he played, the air was filled with the most enchanting music Apollo had ever heard. The melody was so beautiful, so mesmerizing, that Apollo couldn't help but be charmed by it. The music from Hermes's lyre was irresistible. Apollo, despite his anger, found himself captivated by the instrument's sweet sound. He realized that this clever, mischievous baby wasn't just a troublemaker. He was also incredibly gifted. And Apollo, being the god of music, appreciated such talent. Recognizing the value of the lyre, Apollo made a deal with Hermes. In exchange for the return of his cattle, Hermes would give Apollo the lyre. Apollo, impressed by Hermes's cunning and musical talent, accepted the offer. And just like that, the young trickster had not only escaped punishment but also earned Apollo's admiration. Through his cleverness and charm, Hermes had turned a potentially disastrous situation into an opportunity. He and Apollo, once at odds, became allies. The lyre would go on to become one of Apollo's most prized possessions, and Hermes would be known as the god of trickery, a title he had certainly earned. The story of Hermes and Apollo is one of wit, charm, and the power of music to mend even the trickiest of situations. It shows us that even the cleverest tricks can lead to unexpected rewards, and that sometimes a little mischief can go a long way. Hermes's tale is just one of many in the world of Greek mythology, where gods and mortals alike are caught up in stories of cunning, adventure, and divine intervention. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more mythological tales, and don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite moments from the video.